Am I coming through, young sir?
Yes, loud and clear.
Oh, how are you?
Yeah, doing well here at the office. You know, I was thinking about it this morning, and I think it's incredible, right? As we kind of continue to think about how you cross paths and start new adventures, and for a while it's been laying upon my heart to just kind of give back to not only the community in Wells County, but more importantly to the individuals who are, like the youth, right? I mean, it's always so in Tampa. I volunteered as a youth minister at my church there, and then when I moved to Raleigh, it was 100% go, go, go. I travel to Costa Rica once a month, and this time I'm not doing that, but it's right. Things that I was just so infatuated with work. And COVID's really been good for me from just a mind, body, and my relationship with God, right? It's I always did things to kind of check those boxes. Oh, did this, but it was one of those things that I really didn't have the passion behind the giving or the passion behind maybe the volunteering. So I went from youth ministry in Tampa, really involved, to then greeting, which there's nothing wrong with greeting people, and I can do that extremely well. Yeah. I allowed myself to kind of slither into that spot and just be like, okay, I can be passive here. I can welcome people and I won't be challenged, right? And not really knowing I was doing that, because I went from every single weekend and even through the week doing a lot with the youth, right? Which was my passion. I was giving back, and it felt like I was bringing value to their lives, but in return, there's so much more being filled into my life, right? Teaching me so much. And then it was just, like I said, it got running back on the treadmill of corporate America, and just, it catches you sometimes off guard, right? And it's interesting. So this COVID's allowed me to slow down, emphasize my priorities. And one of those things was really making sure that I give back to the community, but in monetary, it was just really, how do I give back to the community, not only locally here, but to the community that raised me, right? And that's what I'm so proud about Youth for Christ is that I went to church. Yes, I went to youth group, but I really found my place in volunteering and my purpose with Youth for Christ, right? So I started going to Youth for Christ. It was obviously in high school. Tim Atkins was the Youth for Christ director at that time, and got extremely involved there, extremely involved at Norwell from the high school approach. And me and my friends just really tried to make it where everyone was welcome, right? And I think that's the coolest thing about Youth for Christ is come as you are. It's not have to be perfect, but you come as you are. And you always hear this, the people you associate yourself with a lot of times dictates where your life goes, right? And so being around Youth for Christ was a safe haven that I knew, even though I was still trying to figure out this journey, right? This faith journey. It was something that Youth for Christ is that safe spot where I knew that I could be real and I could be challenged, and then out of the end of it, I became more of a Christ follower with it, right? And so that's why it's just incredible to now see the chapter continue to grow. It has. I've been following virtually for a long time, but it was like I felt COVID was when I was restacking my priorities. I said, listen, Youth for Christ is your pride and joy, right? It's been one of those things that you invested a lot in as a youth. Now let's give that back and somehow invest back in Youth for Christ locally, right?
Here you are, states away, and you still want to give back, not just to your hometown community where you are now, but also just an organization that had impacted you.
I can see a change of how you guys are kind of getting the word out. Emails, the Twitter, and that's been incredible, right? I don't do a whole lot of social media, but the email campaign it hit me on a Sunday, right? It was a Sunday And I got the email and I saw that we were so close, right? And I say we because I feel like, I'm part of Youth for Christ. So it's just,
yeah, and you are.
Yeah, right. But I saw it and we were so close, and I was like, let's get them over the top. So I asked my wife, I said, hey, I would like to donate to this. And she's like, of course, right? And so that's how we did it, and we saw it, and we were excited to partake in it. And I was excited, and I wanted to see how we ended up, right? So I did email Ron and say, did we make it? She said, we did. She said, so that's the cool thing. It's like this camaraderie, we're in this together, right? It's we're one big family, even though IB may be in North Carolina and you may be in Bluffton, Indiana, but we are one family, right? And and that's the incredible thing.